Welcome back, everybody, to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. As always, I'm your co-host, Nick, joined by my co-host, Joshua.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited for this episode.
Yeah, and we have our friend Jaden on.
What's up?
We're going to be debating some topics. It's a cosmic debate. I'm going to be the mediator for this debate. I feel kind of nervous just sitting between you both.
He's got to block all the punches.
This is going to be completely civil.
No way, bro.
This is civil war here, bro.
Civil war.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Before we get started, I'm going to just say.
Actually, that might be a good topic. Who do you think was right, Iron Man or Cap?
Do you want to throw that in there, or do we?
Who do you think is right?
Okay, well, let's think real quick.
Gosh, I thought I was the mediator.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I almost gave my opinion too. Okay, Civil War, Team Cap or Team Iron Man? I feel like this question was answered a long time ago. This will be a quick fire one.
Okay, wait. Well, I gotta remember. What Iron Man was for government control.
Was signing the Accords.
Yeah.
And Captain America was not for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd probably be Captain America's team.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's no debate there.
There was no debate there.
We agree.
All right, so I got a list of debate things.
Baby?
Debate. Oh, let's kick it off. So, corn dogs or hot dogs? Which side you picking? Anyone can go first.
I'd like to let Jaden go first. You can.
I'm going with hot dog. I'm going with hot dog.
Glizzy, Team Glizzy.
Okay, you're Team Glizzy.
Yeah, I'm Team Glizzy.
It's a corn dog. Like it just is.
I don't know about that.
I mean, but okay, I'll let you give your reason.
So, hot dogs. There's so much more versatility to do with a hot dog than a corn dog. You can throw kraut on there. You can throw chili and cheese. I'm telling you can have a chili cheese dog.
That's actually pretty good.
What you doing with corn dog, bro? You just throwing ketchup and mustard on it. See, you could do that with a hot dog too, and much more. You can throw jalapenos on it. You can just cheese if you wanted to. You can change out the type of link you have. You can have a hot link in there. You know what I mean?
Is that even a hot dog?
Bun sized.
Huh?
Is that even a hot dog if it's a hot link?
It's a hot dog. It's in the bun.
Awesome,
That's what a hot dog is. It's a sausage in between the bun.
I disagree, but okay. I'll let you continue.
Unless
that's all you got.
You can throw onions on it, pickles, relish. There's so many things you can do with a hot dog. You can toast the bun. You can choose not to toast the bun. Corn dog is just plain, case in point. That's all you're doing. Unless, he's going to make the argument of, you can have the breakfast corn dogs, with the sausage and pancake batter.
Ooh.
So you could do that, but what else? That's it.
I totally forgot about that.
All right, so Jaden on the dumb shit already. Let me tell you right now. So, look, I'm not going to lie. I completely forgot you can switch with the toppings on hot dogs. I was just going bare minimum on this, like just bun and dog.
You didn't do that on the last episode.
I know, you're right. You're right. But I'm going to still argue my case in point. Look, when I eat a hot dog, though, like, I don't be putting all that shit on it. Like, the only time I put all that shit on it is if I go to a place that serves hot dogs. If I'm making it myself, I'm not going to go to the store and I'm going to buy sauerkraut. I'm not going to buy all this extra shit. That's going to cost me like $30 for one dog. Like, if I'm getting all these toppings, bro, no. You're just going to put the bare minimum. And
chili's cheap, though.
Shut up. You know for a fact that when you go and buy this stuff.
This ain't civil.
Bro, chill. I let you talk your whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
I let you say your whole thing.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I know for a fact, 100%, when you go and you make hot dogs at the house, I know you're only putting the bare minimum on it. You're putting maybe chili and cheese if you're having a chili cheese day. Most of the time, you're not. Most of the time, you're just putting some mustard on there, maybe some relish or ketchup. Maybe that's all you're doing, and that's it. So, for the corn dog, though, see, this is how I know you're not a corn dog connoisseur. Because, much like the hot dog, the corn dog is very versatile. They, as you said already, there is the breakfast dog, where we got the pancake wrapped around the sausage link, which is very good. We also got the waffle dog, where it's like a little waffle wrapped around the corn dog on a stick.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even know about that.
Exactly, see? And on top of that,
I'm going to look that up.
Who gonna stop me from making my own dogs? You make your own hot dogs at home. Who gonna stop me from my own corn dogs? I could easily make a corn dog batter that's better than just what they'd be making. And on top of that, I can use my own dogs. I can get some jalapeno dogs, some chili cheese dogs. That way, it's more than just the sausage wrapped in something. Damn. Yeah, Nick's looking at the waffle.
That argument, though, could be made the same for hot dogs. You can make your own buns. You can make your own links.
You're not making your own dogs. Your own hot dogs. It's easier to make hot dog batter or corn dog batter. It's easier to make that. Put the fucking link on the stick.
What does it taste better though?
Shut up. Dip it and then fry it. It's that easy. With you're telling me you're gonna make a bun. You're gonna let the dough sit out. You're gonna shape the bun. You're gonna go through all that.
For a good hot
You're
dog?
not-
No. Listen. If we're listen. If we're talking about if you and I went toe to toe to make a maximum performance hot dog and corn dog, of course I'm gonna do that. But for every no. Like if we had a cooking show and you said, "Hey, make your best corn dog," and you told me make my best hot dog,
write this down for later.
of course I would do that. I would make my own buns.
Have you ever made bread?
Can I
Answer that
Come
question.
on, bro.
Answer that question.
Can I talk?
Give him the floor.
I've made beignets, which is similar to bread in the terms of the dough. You just fry it. It's similar. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Beignets,
but
buns.
What I'm saying is, if Josh and I were to go toe to toe on making a maximum performance glizzy and corn dog, of course I'm gonna do everything from scratch, just as you would with a corn dog. Is it gonna take longer? Yes. But will it taste better? Yes.
I disagree. Jaden's never made bread. He literally.
It's not that hard to learn.
He just lost the debate by saying that he compared beignets to fucking hot dog buns. He clearly
it's a dough that you make. It's a dough that you make and sit out.
He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to bread. Because
it's a dough that you make and you let it rest and you let the yeast activate. It's the same process. The only difference is how you cook it.
Jaden,
if you wanted to, you could take beignet batter and cook it as bread.
Beignets are fried. Okay?
But you could bake them. We're getting off track.
Now beignets or donuts.
Hey, but like the fact of the matter is that Jaden just proved he doesn't know anything about making dough. He's never made dough in his life. I will say
but that doesn't mean I can't learn. That's not the argument, though.
No, yeah, but hang on. Here's the thing, though. What's easier, learning how to make bread from scratch or learning how to make a quick batter?
Okay, well, what's going to taste better, the hot dog? Because you can do so much more with it.
No, what the? You literally agree that you could do the same amount of versatility, so that argument is invalid.
I would like to see
batter is way easier to make, and it's easier to just put something on a stick and fry it.
I would love to see you add kraut to a corn dog, or
I could
make something called the chili. Wouldn't even be able to sit on the corn dog.
Hey, no, you know what that
chili corn dog.
Hey, you put it within the dog.
That's not working, dog.
No, I guarantee you. Look, when you take a bite of the corn dog, there's the hot dog, and then encased around it is chili and cheese.
You're gonna skewer chili and cheese into the corn dog batter?
No, not into the batter. Imagine a corn dog. You bite it. In the center is just the dog, and then around it is the chili.
I get what he's saying. It's like layered.
Okay. It's layered. That'd be hitting.
I would love to see. I would love to see.
I feel like anyone's mind is gonna change because you can change someone's mind, but y'all seem pretty set in your ways.
You can. I already.
If you, let's think about it in this terms as well. You go to New York. Hot dogs are available everywhere, dog. They didn't got corn dog stands. They got hot dog stands.
Yes, they do.
They got hot dog stands. You know them little $1 hot dog stands that you just sit down on the side of the road and you
that's
just
completely irrelevant. You know what else is readily available in New York?
What?
Fucking shit on the side of the road. That doesn't mean it's better. Like, Jaden.
But it's a staple. Like, it's a lot more popular than corn dogs are as well too.
I feel like corn dogs are staples of like county fairs, and hot dogs are staples of like
America.
Yeah. I don't know.
You go to the ballpark, you get a nice glizzy. Who getting no corn dog, bro?
I mean, that's not the argument. The argument's what is better.
You can even argue that what you do with a like the breakfast corn dogs, you could do with a hot dog as well. Like you can get a waffle and just put a sausage in there and just wrap it like you would with a hot dog.
It ain't as good.
It's the same thing. The only difference is it's not on the stick.
Hey, but look, the stick is part of the magic. I can just grab a stick.
No.
Yeah, it is. I got a stick, and I could be on the go. I'm on the bus. I'm going to work.
Anything that just ruins it because you got to eat around the stick. Bro. Who wants to
Are you
do
dumb?
It's part of the magic.
Are you that dumb that you can't stop yourself from chewing through some fucking wood?
Extra work.
Bro, no, you are off your rocker if you're telling me the stick.
Your rocker.
If you're telling me the stick is the issue here. Hey, look, and back to your argument about a hot dog being more readily available. That means it's better. That makes no sense because.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of popularity. In terms of popularity.
No. See, in terms of popularity, it's like that because it's fucking cheap and easy to get. You know, the best things in life aren't readily available. You got to go out of your way to get them.
The best things in life aren't readily available.
Yep.
Like air.
That's not the best thing in life.
The best things.
That's Jaden. That's
All right, again,
that argument is probably one of the dumbest I've ever heard.
Mediators, not mediating. So.
Well, I'm trying to see how long it's been so we could just move on to the next topic. It seems like y'all are both gonna.
Seems like we agree.
It seems like a draw.
It seems like we agree
on hot dog.
We agree corn dog.
So. I don't know.
Am I supposed to break ties?
No.
Could I do that? I don't want to. Because y'all are gonna
break friendships, Nick. I'm just saying.
I'm team Cap.
Hot dogs, man.
I feel like I provided better actual debates. Jaden just said hot dog tastes good, bro.
Plus, they got a cool nickname, Glizzy. What corn dog got?
That's not a cool nickname.
Glizzy on a stick. God. Okay, we can come back to this. We're gonna have a cooking show.
Let's make an episode where I make my best corn dog.
That'll be the first.
And I make my best hot dog.
And mine will be better.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on a whole other level.
Whole nother. Dude, I did not know they made these waffle hot dogs though, or corn dogs.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to go try one. All right, moving on.
What's the next one?
Sunshine or rain? What are you guys picking? This is a weather question.
Sunshine.
Okay, I was also gonna pick that.
Dap
them up. That's right. You're right. All right. Sweet tea or lemonade? It's a beverage question.
Gotta go with tea.
It's lemonade.
All right, Jaden, you go first because I think
Jaden
Josh
went first last time.
Oh, he did. Okay, my fault.
Hey, look, let me tell you.
My first day out here.
What is the number one thing that these kids be doing when they grow up? They make that lemonade stand. Shut up. They have that lemonade stand. No kid is saying, I want to make a sweet cheese stand. No one's doing that. They're doing
Why'd you make him sound like an old man?
Does your kid have no teeth?
Yeah, kids don't have teeth.
He's got dentures.
Dude, these kids be losing their teeth. Have you seen them gummy kids running around with like one tooth?
A sweet tea stand. I want a sweet tea.
And that's another fact, though. What do old people drink? Sweet tea. What do young, enthusiastic, energetic, full of life people drink?
Come on, Jack. Lemonade.
And look, lemonade is consistently good. Sweet tea can be ass.
Okay.
Lemonade is simpler.
That's a fair point.
It's simpler and it's way easier to make. I've had sweet tea that tastes fucking garbage. And even if I add more sugar or whatever, I dilute it, it's just fucked from the start because whatever they did to brew that, I don't know, whatever they had in that tea packet, that shit was off. With lemonade, you just need some good lemons, some sugar, and some water. It's hard to fuck that up. Really hard to fuck that up.
It's stupid proof. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay. What you gotta say?
So, I will agree. It's simpler to make.
As you should.
But with the complexity of making tea, you also are introduced to more complex and interesting flavors with tea.
You just brewed some tea, bro.
And
yeah, you can go.
Bro, what kid is doing lemonade stands nowadays? I've barely seen those anymore.
I did a lemonade stand as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Really? I did not know. No.
See, I did. No, I literally did.
Tell us about it. I don't know if this is fact or cap.
I made lemonade and I had a stand out where it was just a table.
Anybody buy anything?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember how much I sold it for.
Oh. Okay, well, back to the actual point. So, with tea,
I've never seen a sweet tea.
There's everybody around the world drinks tea. They drink it in China. They drink it in Japan, Korea, Britain.
Hey, but
here,
we're
Texas.
talking sweet tea.
Did you say sweet tea?
Yes.
It was just supposed to be tea.
It's not just tea.
It was supposed to be tea.
No, it's iced tea, sweet tea.
Because when we said it, or lemonade.
You said sweet tea or not sweet tea, bro.
Thanks for shooting me in the foot, Nick.
Those were your words.
No, you said tea or lemonade, and I said I'm going with tea.
Oh, if it's tea, then if it's just tea in general, I would go tea as well.
I'll keep it sweet tea just to make it.
Because I get you trying to argue hot tea as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
there's that. Yeah,
ginger tea.
There's if you were arguing that,
it can be used as like herbal.
So many different kinds.
Well, I'll stick with sweet tea.
Yeah, you should.
Just to make it
as
more
you
difficult.
should, because that's what you
said.
But
even with sweet tea, you can have it hot. You can have it sweetened with honey or sugar.
You can have hot.
You could even put lemon in it. You could put lemonade in it to enhance.
You could have hot lemonade.
Who's drinking hot lemonade?
Dude,
bro?
I never fucking drank hot lemonade.
But also with sweet tea,
with
sweet tea, whether you sweeten it with honey or sugar, pure cane sugar, whatever, Splenda, you can have different brews of tea: oolong, green tea, black tea, white tea,
chai tea.
I thought we were talking sweet tea.
Even though, sweet tea, but that doesn't mean like it can't be any other kind of tea.
It's always Jaden. If you go anywhere here and get sweet tea, iced tea on the menu, they're not going to give you no ginger tea. They're going to give you the same kind. You can't argue that in this.
What?
That's like me ordering lemonade and then I get like a fucking random Coke mixture of lemonade. And I'm like,
I thought there were no rules.
What are you fucking? You gotta debate.
What are the rules of these, bro?
This is lemonade versus sweet tea, not lemonade versus.
It's sweet tea, any kind of tea.
Shut up, bro. No, it's not. You know what iced tea.
He's trying to pull the rug out from under me.
You picked this.
If you want to back tea to strengthen your argument, you can go ahead.
If you want to go tea, though, it would have been better to be coffee versus tea.
Okay. Look. I'll stick with just sweet
as
tea.
You should.
Regular Lipton black tea leaves.
Yeah, as you should.
Okay.
Even
that's what you said.
Pulling out the rug from under me, it's still.
It sounds like this dude's
a
losing.
better beverage.
Yo, why the tea leaves gotta be black though?
Shut up, bro.
Okay, so
it actually goes back to the actual color of like the tea when it brews and how it like.
Oh, it's like dark.
Nick wouldn't know that.
I'm not a tea connoisseur.
That's why it's called green tea. It looks green.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, but if you look at oolong tea is also green, but I forgot why they classify it in its own like classification. I think it's because of its flavor.
Isn't there like a winter melon tea too?
Those are just added flavors.
Oh, so that's like artificial.
So sweet tea as a summer beverage, maybe it's not as popular around the world as lemonade is. Like it's really popular in the South. You know, you go to Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, all those places, they gonna have sweet tea. But just because it's not as popular around the world doesn't mean it ain't better. So yes, you can easily mess up sweet tea, but like I said before, with a more complex process of making it, there comes more complex and interesting flavors. All right, you know, with lemons are always going to taste the same, but with different types of teas,
there's different kind of lemons, my boy.
What are the different types of lemons?
Not off the top of my head, but I know there's different.
I'm not going to look it up because that's helping.
But there's still versatility with the sweet tea. You can squeeze lemon. You can add hints of mint into it. You can.
But they don't be doing
mint
that.
Mint tea is fucking
good.
No,
you can't.
They don't be doing that at sweet tea. If I went and ordered a sweet tea.
I'd be doing that.
If I went and ordered a sweet tea from In-N-Out, they're not going to be, oh, you want the jasmine mixture in there? You want me to throw the mint in there? I'm going to squeeze some lemon in there for you, my man. Like, they're not going to do all this.
But they do give you lemons.
Okay, that's
you can add lime,
that's
too.
That's the one thing, because lemons are readily available. But they're not going to be like, hey, I got some fresh jasmine mint growing in the back. I can go cut some off the branch for you, my brother. They're not doing that.
But if you're on your own and you have it, you can, and it makes it better than lemonade.
I disagree.
It goes back to if Josh and I were to make our max performing lemonade and tea.
I thought you were going to say, it goes back to the 17th century. I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Look, this is our competition for like a future episode. Lemonade, it's a max performance corn dog and hot dog with tea and lemonade.
That actually sounds like a good dish.
I can make better lemonade than Jaden can make tea. And Jaden,
you
can't make no bullshit tea. You gotta make sweet tea. You gotta make sweet iced tea. You can't pull out no bullshit.
No. You can't make a better
100%.
Lemonade than a sweet tea.
100%.
But what I will say is this. I think both Josh's and I's argument, we can agree when these two are put together. There's nothing that beats a good Arnold Palmer.
Oh my God.
Arnold Palmer.
A straight 50-50.
But it's because of the tea.
No.
It's because of the tea.
I don't know.
The richness of the tea.
That's a big ass cap.
I think an Arnold Palmer tastes more like lemonade than it does tea.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why people love
I'm the mediator though. I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
All right, let's
somewhere like here in the South, you go to Bill Miller's Whataburger, you go to Chick-fil-A, you getting a sweet tea.
This dude acts like
he's going to Cane's,
he's going to go to Whataburger and order sweet tea, and they're going to give him some jasmine mint tea.
No, I'm not saying that.
Which one would you like?
Their teas are better.
We're brewing 13 leaves in the back, brother. Shut up, bro.
Why do they all sound like?
There's not one fast food place.
Like they're foreigners.
There's not one fast food place here in the South that makes better lemonade than sweet tea. Cane's has better sweet tea than lemonade.
No, they don't. Their lemonade is way
Chick-fil-A's
better.
Sweet tea's better than
lemonade.
hang
on. You just fucked yourself up.
Bill Miller's
you just shot yourself in the fucking
lemonade.
foot.
Nope.
Cane's lemonade is 100% better than their tea. There's a reason why it's charged extra for it, and you can't just go get it.
It's behind the counter.
It's behind the counter for a reason.
It's because they be doing that extra shit. They have it constantly moving in that little spin cycle thing. Not every place be doing that.
That's what you're supposed to do.
They don't have that readily available.
There's a reason why. See, when lemonade is when lemonade is treated at a high level like that, it's a high level.
That's what I was saying with tea. If they have high level brewing leaves, it's obviously gonna be better. But not every place has those lemonade machines readily available. So. Yeah, you're pretty much saying the same thing that I was trying to say, except you pulled the rug out from under me.
No, you agreed to sweet tea at the beginning of the argument.
No, Nick said tea at first. And then when I looked at his notes, he said sweet tea.
So you're saying Nick lied.
But whatever I'm reading, that's what you're backing.
Either way, with all the rugs,
I'm the mediator.
With all the rugs pulled out from under me and all the bullets in my feet,
oh my
I
gosh.
feel like sweet tea would still outbe
I think
lemonade.
Jaden lost this just because of the fact that he has all these excuses.
I think if he did have just tea, though.
No. There's still a good argument for just sweet tea.
But you didn't provide one.
Yes, I did.
I disagree.
The fact that you can sweeten it with either honey, Splenda, pure cane sugar, regular sugar, like table
sugar.
sugar.
Same thing for lemonade.
Nobody's using honey to sweeten lemonade, bro.
I am.
In cold lemonade, that shit's not gonna mix.
Dude, it would mix. Are you serious?
Listen, bro. Let me finish. So you can sweeten it with one of those. You can add enhancers of lime and lemon because those are readily available, which enhance the flavor.
Mint is good.
Right? So you have a lot more variety, and there's more complex flavors in tea than there are lemons. All it is lemon. And to say that it's what you said at the beginning, you said that, I feel like it's a political debate, bro. You said at the beginning that, like, how could you mess up lemonade? It's just water, lemon, and sugar, right?
It sounds like you'd find a way.
I know many places who have made it too tangy or too sweet, and they just completely mess it up.
That's because they have too much of something. Some people like it more tart. Some people like it more sweet. They brew it and make it to the way that they want it to be made.
So it could still be easily messed up.
It's not messed up. It's messed up to your palate, but it's not messed up.
But you could say that about everything else.
I disagree.
With tea, you can brew it longer to fit your palate.
If I take a bite of a chicken sandwich and it's fucking raw, like that's not my palate.
Obviously,
that's not my palate. They just
obviously. That's a matter of whether or not it's cooked or not whether or not it's good.
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
It's not good if it's raw.
I kind of like raw shit.
Shut up.
You can't eat chicken raw, though. You'll get salmonella.
Who's gonna stop me?
He's raw. Who's gonna
the
stop?
Salmonella will stop you, bro.
You gonna
stop your life.
I think lemonade won. Let's move on.
I think sweet tea won.
Oh God.
Nick, you're the tiebreaker.
Jaden, wait.
Obviously,
no, I don't tie break.
One of us are changing our minds.
Nick, who had a better argument and debate for this one?
I think Josh did.
My fucking boy.
It's 1-1.
1-1.
Who said you won the first one?
Nick said hot dog.
Did he?
I didn't say
Nick
anything.
never said anything.
I said we're gonna come back. It was a draw.
All right, I guess keep going.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a choice. Do you want to move more towards comic books or sports? Because we do have two materials. Fuck.
Right,
damn, I kind of want some lemonade.
I know where it's going. Jaden. You know which one we doing. You know which one.
I'll let Nick choose. He's the mediator. I don't know.
All right. We're gonna move.
He's the mediator.
We're gonna move to sports.
Okay.
This is an NBA question. You both have chosen people to actually back.
Power forwards.
So
correct.
Yeah, power.
When you think about the other positions, like the greats, like the number ones for all the others are pretty.
We agreed on a lot of them. I think all of them pretty much.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Greatest point guard was.
We said Magic. Shooting guard, we both said Jordan.
Mike, yeah.
Small forward, we both said Larry Bird.
Yep.
Power forward, we both said Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
And then center, we both were like Shaq or Wilt.
Yeah.
So we agreed for all
or
that.
Kareem.
Kareem. Yeah, we were like Kareem could be in there too. We agreed on all that. So we had to pick a power forward that people don't say is the best of all time, but they're in the contention of one of the best within like top 10 power forwards.
We happened to choose two power forwards, and one of them I just chose because I'm a fan of.
One of them, Jaden, dick rides to hell.
No. First of all,
he got a pair of shoes as for Christmas.
No, I don't have his shoes.
He got like 12 of his jerseys.
I don't have his shoes. I have one of his jerseys, but I don't have his shoes. Damn. Marco has his shoes, but I chose Giannis because I'm a fan. I could have chosen another power forward. Could have chosen Dirk. Could have chosen Karl Malone. But I decided to choose Giannis because I am a big fan of his.
Okay.
And I think he's a good player and on the road to being one of the greatest of all time.
Okay, so let me set up the debate. So it's power forwards. You are backing Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then you're Charles Barkley.
It's funny because it just sparked. Like Josh was like, "Oh, Charles Barkley is definitely better than Giannis," but
it's true.
I'll give y'all.
I mean, it's not hard to be better than Giannis, if I'm being honest.
Oh shit!
With power forwards, I could have picked Dirk. I could have picked Karl Malone. I could have picked Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Any of them. I just picked Barkley.
Okay.
Why?
Honestly, because they're kind of similar in play styles in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Tim Duncan is more of a power forward that's more traditional. Same as Karl Malone.
Great post players.
Post players.
They kick out. They got great knowledge of the game.
Yeah, and Charles Barkley, I think the only difference between him and Giannis is more lengthy. I think he's taller than him.
Charles
Charles
is he heavier, though?
Charles was under. Yeah, I think he was stronger than him. But I think Charles Barkley was undersized in terms of height. But he was one of those guys that kind of like Dennis Rodman, who they were undersized at their position, but they still somehow was getting them boards. Like they always were getting double doubles, 20 rebounds, like multiple rebounds in a game. And on top of that, Charles Barkley was one of the first power forwards to run the floor as a power forward. This man was straight up pushing the ball up the court, and he was just slamming on dudes down the court. On top of that, he was also one of the first ones to have a viable jump shot. I'm not saying he's a great shooter by any means. Mm-hmm. His 3-point percentage for Charles Barkley is probably like in the high 20s.
Yeah, it was 25.
Yeah, about there, I'd guess. I bet the same for Giannis. Giannis is probably around the same.
Yeah, he's at 26.
Yeah, they both have around the same shooting percentage from 3. So both of them are very similar play styles, I think. But I think if we're talking as they are right now, Giannis still has time in his career. Barkley's had his career.
And that's where I'm going to have to make a stronger point because Giannis has a lot of potential. I don't think he's done with his prime, and I don't think he will be.
I think Giannis has reached his peak. I don't think he's getting any better.
When did Barkley retire?
I do think he has the potential to get better. That's the difference.
Do you know how old he was?
Barkley when he retired?
Yeah.
It's a good question, actually.
How old do most players retire? Maybe 30 or 35?
Mid to late 30s.
Mid to late 30s.
Okay. Because Giannis is 27 right now.
Yep.
Considering it's an ideal career, they'll retire mid to late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Giannis is really young. Like, he's only 27.
Charles Barkley ended his career at the age of 36 after he ruptured his left quad rep tendon in 99.
That's how old LeBron is.
Yeah, so Charles Barkley could have played for longer if he didn't have an injury.
Maybe.
You know, the same thing could be. You never know when injuries happen. They're freak of nature events, unpredictable.
Yeah,
it just happens. Just bad luck. You know, bad RNG.
You can fuck someone's like whole trajectory up.
You can.
And then also just timing as well, because like comparing like the lifespan of players in the 80s isn't going to be as long as now, because now we're a lot more advanced with medicine and science and nutrition.
That's very true.
So we know a lot more about injuries.
Like they were playing in Converse in the 80s, so they're probably going to tear up their feet a lot more than
no ankle support.
Yeah, exactly. They're tearing up their feet a lot more than players are now with Nikes and Jordans and all that.
That'd be a good debate, dude. What's the best basketball shoe? Not right now, but let me write that down.
Yeah, write that thing down.
Write that down.
I think Harden's are up there. I'd put Harden's up there.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. The Shaq shoes.
But shoes. to go to Shaq versus Charles
versus Giannis.
Yeah, Charles and Giannis. I honestly think Jaden said he's 27 years old. He's at the age that people enter their prime. Like this is the time where they're in their prime. It's late 20s,
early 30s.
Yeah, early 30s, and then they start, getting old. It happens. I mean, you're still young in your 30s, but like. Yeah. You're not at the same level as like young 20-year-olds with like the bounce they have, the like athleticism.
The vert.
Yeah. It's hard to maintain that level of athleticism for that long.
You only have it once. Especially
in the NBA. Because like these people are like on a whole other level in terms of that. And I'm going to say right here 100%. It's just not even a debate. I don't think Giannis is going to get much better than what he is right now. Like how many people have we seen when they're 27, 28 years old, 29 years old, their late 20s in the prime of their career, that they get better from that? They all stay the same level, and they have a couple dominant seasons, and then they kind of just stagnate, and then they kind of just start falling off a little bit in terms of like how they are. They don't get much better from that level. Like, name one player that did.
From the level of like in their prime or like right before their prime?
Got better after their prime.
Well, that's a paradoxical statement in and of itself.
It's not.
How do you get better if you're already in your prime?
Exactly, and that's what you're trying to argue. You're saying Giannis is going to get better. He's in his prime right now.
I don't think he's at his actual prime. Oh my God.
I
think there's still some things he can get better at that'll enhance his game. It'll take him to the next step.
There are, but
which will get him
he's not going to get. But he's not going to get there.
Damn.
What he needs to learn how to get better at shooting. But he's not going to.
And no, he's been... So, from what I saw, kind of from the... What are we in, 2022? This is the 2022 season, right?
Yeah, 2021, 2022.
So, what I saw from the 2020 to 2021 season and this season that we're in now, he's put a little more work into his actual jump shot, primarily from 3, and also he's done a lot of work of getting in that mid-range game in, and he's been working on it, and if he can perfect that in his craft, he's pretty much like he would pretty much have similar moves to that of KD. He's just as lengthy, but he's a lot more stronger than KD. So to have those moves in the bag, as well as his ability to run the fast break, to charge the basket and get to the basket effectively, I think would make him a lot better than like KD, than LeBron. And so the argument I'm saying is that he has time. He's still working on those things, and he's going to continue to work on those things until he perfects them. And when he perfects them, he's going to be at his absolute peak. I don't think he's at his absolute prime as of right now because, his jump shot is not the greatest. It's okay, but is it something you can rely on? No. One of the reasons why I think he's going to be better than Charles Barkley, to say that he's better than him now is a much tougher argument. But I think he's going to be better than Charles Barkley. Their regular numbers are actually very similar. Charles Barkley barely edges him out in points and rebounds. Giannis barely edges him out in assists. But he has accolades that Charles doesn't. To win MVP and Defensive Player in the same year, only done by Mike and I think Hakeem. 2 MVPs at that too. Most Improved Player, Finals MVP. Finally, he has a ring. He has all that. And his actual... what I was looking at it too, when I also like to look at players, I love to look at their postseason numbers because Charles and Giannis are making it into the playoffs pretty consistently. And so if you look at the postseason numbers, that's really when it comes down to when it means the most is, when you're at that elimination stage. And off the bat, like Giannis is a better player in the postseason when it becomes, when it becomes real. Because any team can kind of like bullshit and like, make the 8th or 6th seed and do really freaking good and pretty much make it to the finals. And it's kind of like what the Warriors are. I think they're the 4th seed right now, and they're probably going to make it to the finals if they beat the Mavericks. So, yeah, looking at the postseason numbers is a huge thing for me, and just seeing that like Giannis with only 8 years under his belt already edges out Charles, who has 12 or what is it? 16 actually. Dang. So
all right, let me just shoot down everything.
I just think the trend is upward for Giannis.
Well, let me just show you. Right, I already have multiple things that just disprove everything Jaden said.
We'll see. No, I didn't even say numbers. It
doesn't even matter. Well, first of all, let me see what I can remember off the top of my head. Because I wanted to let Jaden go. A couple times I almost interrupted because I wanted to get I had like disputes for each of those things, but I let him talk. So hopefully I remember everything that he said.
And I'll let him talk too.
You said that you noticed Giannis's percentages go up in terms of shooting this year. He's doing better. He's worked on his shot. It actually dropped. His 3-point percentage, I looked it up. He's shooting worse this year from the 3-point line than he did.
At what?
What do you mean? At what?
What was his percentage last year?
Last year he was shooting just under 30%. Now he's shooting 28, so it dropped 2 percentages. Damn. But throughout his career, it's literally been like around the exact same. It hasn't increased ginormously or lowered ginormously.
Say it's flatline.
Literally, yeah, exactly. From like since he was a rookie. In fact, actually, his rookie year had his best 3-point percentage somehow. But it's probably because he shot less. He probably only shot a couple threes, made a couple. They're probably more open threes. Like he probably just shot spot up jumpers from 3. I imagine as a rookie, he's probably not doing too many off the dribbles. But regardless, there's no marginal increase. If anything, there's a decrease. It's just the same. So, disprove the first one. There was another one, but I don't remember it. But I'm going to do this one. You were saying in postseason it matters. Charles Barkley was playing against fucking Jordan and the Bulls. Charles Barkley's playing against the Detroit Pistons. Who the fuck is Giannis playing against on the same physicality level? Like the level. The league right now is uncomparable. So to say that postseason he's better is complete bullshit because the postseason back then in the 80s and 90s was a whole other level of physicality. The whole literally now the shit that they be calling the league is so soft right now, if we're going to be honest. I know a lot of old heads say this, but it's true. And like I feel like, Jaden, you can agree with me. If you look at some of the old plays, they were letting people play.
Hands, bro.
They were letting them play through a lot of contact. Yeah. And nowadays someone just runs in the paint.
Like the Piston and Bulls series?
Exactly, yeah. Okay, yeah. And so Charles Barkley was playing against those people. He doesn't have a ring, and like I agree. He came close. I think he came to the finals, or at least the conference finals once.
They got knocked out by the Lakers, I think, right?
I can't remember off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. But all I know, the league was way tougher then. Like I'm just gonna be completely honest, it was. So to use that argument, I think it's not. I don't think it's comparable, because that's one of those things that like you can't really compare. Like that's saying, like it's two different things, two different eras that are completely different. Like they weren't shooting as many threes as they were back then. As they are now than they were back then. They were more physical back then. The calls were, they let people play way more back then. You had Jordan in the league back then, which Charles Barkley played in the playoffs.
Everybody's kryptonite.
Exactly. And if Giannis played Jordan in the league, I mean, it's not even a question that the Bulls would come all over them.
No,
so that means that Giannis say goodbye to that MVP, say goodbye to that Defensive Player of the Year, say goodbye to that the championships. Because that's why Charles Barkley doesn't have any of those either. That's why a lot of players in that era don't have those accolades either. Because you were playing against Jordan. You're playing against Magic. You're playing against Bird. You're playing against so many people. And like I guess you can argue that there's good players in the league now too. We got Braun, but he's getting older. They didn't do much this season.
He's never been a kryptonite like
exactly.
Like Mike
LeBron,
was.
In my opinion, I think he's his own kind of monster, but like he's not on the league of like Jordan in terms of offensive like capabilities.
Like if you're throwing him in the 90s, he's not outbeating Jordan.
Yeah, I agree. And same with KD. KD's kind of soft. I'm not gonna lie. He's a really good player. He has some really good shots. He's like a 7-footer that plays like a 6'6" player. It's insane. But I mean, if you're throwing him against some dudes at the physicality back then, he needs to put on some weight. I don't know if he could hang. I'm gonna be honest. He's been skinny his whole career. I don't know how KD would hang against people back then. I think Giannis would have a better ability to do it because Giannis has put on some strength. But even then, like I'm just saying, and using that comparison, it's kind of like I can't agree with it.
But to say that like the times in which you play discredit numbers,
they do.
Okay, well then at that point, Bill Russell's rings don't matter because he was playing plumbers and fucking.
That's a good point. People do talk about that.
But to say that though, like if that's the point, well then like everything, it's just paradoxical. Like if we're just gonna say, oh well, then the times in which they play is just gonna discredit numbers because I don't want to discredit Bill Russell's rings because like he's earned every one of those and he's a great player for that, and it's probably never gonna be done again.
Yeah, it's not
because of the times in which he played. But that's not to say that he's any less of a player because of it. Because if we're throwing him in today's league, I think he's turning up the league. Like because he would have those additional advances in technology and nutrition and science and stuff, and he would get stronger.
He would still do good, but he wouldn't win 20 rings or whatever he had.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't. He would still dominate the league. Like he would 100%. So I don't think we could say times can completely discredit.
I think you can't completely. I'm not saying it completely is, but it definitely. If you're gonna throw out the argument that in postseason, someone's a better player. When you're talking two different postseason eras, I don't think that's comparable. I think that's why I don't use accolades when I talk about comparisons, unless it's something two people from the same era or something like that. Because if you're doing different eras, like you said, Bill Russell had a ton of rings. I think the NBA back then had maybe like 10 teams. Something I don't know. They had way less teams. They didn't have 30 like they do now.
Yeah.
So that's less games. I don't know how many games they played in the season back then.
I think the only good players that he was going against, like Jerry West and
pretty much.
I don't even know if what's Jerry West playing?
Jerry West was playing. Well, actually, Bill Russell, he was like in the 40s or 50s?
No.
He joined the Celtics in 56.
50s.
And then he ended it like 69.
So then, yeah, that is Jerry West.
Okay, Jerry West was big in the 60s. Wilt.
Was he big?
Yeah, Wilt was playing in the 60s.
Yeah, you're right. Wilt.
The 70s was Elgin Baylor.
Cream, a little bit.
Yeah.
Up in the 70s.
So, like, what I'm saying, though, is, like, those people are obviously great players. And, like you said, the advancements in medical technology and physical therapy would greatly benefit them if they were to play today. But using the accolades as a way to say someone's a good player or a better player is very like if that's the case, I guess Bill Russell's the greatest player of all time, which isn't true. It comes down to more than that. It comes down to watching them play, and like, because if you threw Charles in his prime in the league right now, I think he's dominating Giannis. I think he's dominating Giannis in a game. I think they're going to be going at it. I think
to say dominate is a stretch.
I don't know about that.
It would be a great competition to see nonetheless, but I don't think he's completely dominating Giannis.
I think he would. Giannis doesn't have the same strength levels as Charles Barkley did. Charles Barkley was literally like he was like a kind of like a freak of nature. Charles Barkley was like LeBron before LeBron. If we're going to be honest. LeBron is like a Charles 2.0. LeBron is extremely quick. He's fucking jacked. He's big. Charles was big. He could run quick as fuck. He could control the ball.
You saying Charles the blueprint?
He was.
Oh, like he's like a big Westbrook is what you're saying.
I don't know about Westbrook. I'd compare him more to LeBron if I'm being honest. But like that's kind of a stretch in my opinion. But like it's the closest thing you can get. Because like before LeBron, that's what Charles was doing. He was like a big dude that could control the ball. He could get in the paint. He could jump over all these dudes. Like he was just smashing.
Pause.
You know?
He was smashing dudes.
He was smashing.
I mean, he was
on and off the court.
And like, look, Giannis.
He's got stuff in his back though
Giannis
that could counteract him.
I disagree. Like, what could he do?
I think he can keep up in terms of speed. He can keep up in terms of strength.
No, I think Charles is stronger.
Okay, he may be slightly stronger, but I still think that's not enough for him to just completely like dominate him in terms of strength. I don't think that's happening.
Charles's whole thing was rebounds, pushing the ball, and just slamming on him.
Okay.
Giannis's whole thing is
exactly that.
Is the same thing, except Giannis be taking 6 steps in the fucking paint.
But what I'm saying is that Giannis is definitely keeping up with him. Talk about Giannis right now. He's definitely keeping up with him with his strength and speed.
I wouldn't say speed or strength, but keep going.
He would keep up with him. His length and height, of course, would probably outnumber him, and that would come down to defense, which I think when you put them both in the post. He's doing a good job at defending.
Is a better defender.
He's defending Charles a lot easily.
Charles was guarding MJ, even though he's not a shooting guard. Charles was guarding all these guys. Giannis isn't guarding the best player on the floor, and when he is, he's getting fucking cooked.
But again, that's also going to come down to a different defensive type, because in today's game, it's a lot more. You got to worry about the perimeter, whereas like in the 90s, you're worrying about Michael Jordan tearing you up from the mid range. So the type of defense that you're going to play
is easier to guard people that go in the mid.
You can. So you're saying it would be easier to guard Michael Jordan in the paint?
No, I'm saying it's easier to guard somebody that if you know they're going to be trying to get you in the paint, rather than because nowadays you got to be like on the fucking line, if not ahead of it, and then you're just out on an island, and then people can like do all these moves, run by you. Whereas back then you can give them some space, and then there's more players around you. So if you get beat, you got someone already right there. Whereas now there's a lot of space. People are spread out. The 3-point is really spread out the spacing, and it's made it to where people can just do all these things, get by. Then someone has to completely leave their guy to help, and it's creating opportunities. Whereas back then, if you knew they're primarily going to be shooting mids, which they had the 3, they still were doing 3s back then.
No one was really using it though.
They were using it, but it was more like spot up. They weren't doing nothing crazy like fading 3s, step back 3s, shit like that. I can't see Charles Barkley being able to get locked up by Giannis. When it comes down to defensive, I think Charles Barkley is a better defender.
And even then again, I think.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
I still want to see Giannis's career play out, because depending on how it also plays out is going to affect this argument. I think right now he can hold his own against Charles. Is one or the other completely dominating? I don't think so. At the end of Giannis's career, do I think he might be able to edge out Charles? Maybe, yeah. I think he might be able to. And I think every prediction I've pretty much said of Giannis has came true. And him and Elijah, it's funny because they always bash me for it, because they always look at me like I'm jokes.
But you're right.
He ain't right.
I am. Before Giannis won MVP. He came close. He was in the running for it. No, he wasn't in the running for it. But 2 to 3 years before he became MVP. I remember telling Elijah and Josh, like, bro, look, watch. Give him 2-3 years. This guy's coming out on top. He's going to win an MVP. And sure enough, he won it. He won it twice.
He shouldn't have won it twice, though.
After that, wait, who won it? Who won it the second time?
No, he did, but he shouldn't have.
No, I know. Who won the second one that should have?
Well, I got to look at the league. I don't know.
Okay.
I got the thing off the top of my head.
After that, he won MVP, he won Defensive Player of the Year, and I said, look, give him another 2 to 3 years, and he's gonna get that ring. And sure enough, he got it within those 2 to 3 years. So I think I'm pretty confident on my predictions of him going to be a better player than Charles by the end of his career. And I'll just leave it at that.
I guess we'll find out. We're gonna ask Charles Barkley's gonna be on the podcast.
We're gonna have this episode years from now. See if Giannis has edged out Charles.
Yeah, after Giannis retires, we're gonna have both of the players just sit down, have a conversation. Hey, you don't know. Maybe in 10 years we'll be popular.
I guarantee. I literally would put money on it that Giannis is not gonna get any better than he is right now. He's reached his peak.
But that's his whole mindset. His own mindset is getting better, and
but he's not going to. He can't.
His career has always been constant progression, and
But he can't, Jaden.
You're saying to say that nobody can be better is just
Jaden. No, you have to literally think of it like this: when someone comes into the league, they get better. Then they reach this level where they've reached their prime, which is always around the late 20s, early 30s, and then that's it. They don't continuously get better. What'll happen? And this might happen if Giannis is smart. Giannis will enjoy these next 3 or 4 years where he's in his prime. He'll try and shoot. He's not going to be able to. He won't be able to get up in really good shooting percentages. But if he's really great and he wants to prove it, his only chance is when he is done with his prime and he's in his 33, 34, 35.
What he's going to do there?
When he's at that age, that's when he's got to do what Jordan did. Jordan lost his athleticism. He got really good at shooting that mid-range shot. Post fadeaway. Every time he's hitting that post fade, that fading mid.
That's what Timmy was doing.
He got really good at shooting. Jordan wasn't a good shooter when he first came in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He really worked on that. And Giannis, when he loses that athleticism and he's not as athletic, that's going to have to be what he does. Because if he doesn't, he doesn't really have much besides his height and length. When he loses that athleticism that he's in right now.
And that's what this whole argument came down to, was just the potential. Is he going to reach that?
It's the shooting. And I'm telling you, I
think he'll get better at that.
I don't think he will. I really don't think he will, because more times than not, when we've seen players like him, we don't see them get better at shooting. The only one I can think of is Jordan right now. And Jordan's the best player of all time. So the only other ones, I can't really think of any. Any that are people that I can think of that their whole thing was just being a freak of nature. As they got older, they couldn't really improve too much. LeBron was a freak of nature, but his shooting has never really gotten much better.
Yeah. It's kind of improved, not really. You see him take a lot more threes, but that's it.
He's just taking more because he doesn't. And when you take more, you're gonna make more. But his percentages aren't great. They're not amazing. They're just pretty run of the mill, So I'm just saying, it's extremely hard, especially with something like shooting. When you are extremely lengthy like Giannis and you have long arms, to be good at shooting, it's a difficult It's a difficult thing.
We'll see how that plays out in the next 6 years.
All right, we'll see y'all back in 8 years from now.
Yeah,
when this podcast is still
I'll be
going.
wearing a hat that said "I told you so." LeVar Ball,
custom made. Shot. All right, I think that's gonna wrap up the basketball debate.
We do a Marvel versus no.
No. That was the bonus question.
Talk about Nick, Prime Nick.
Prime Nick.
Prime Nick was 2016.
Or Blonde Nick. 2016.
No, blonde Nick.
I was 16.
Blonde Nick was Prime Nick. I think Blonde Nick was Prime Nick.
So you're saying Nick already fell off and he's 20?
No, I'm not saying that.
You're saying 20?
I'm on a different journey.
I'm just saying he needs to get better at shooting.
We do got to get on the courts. Dude, we were going to ball up Friday.
Were we?
I don't remember that.
Well, okay, what time
anyway.
Look, we'll talk about this after the pod. My bad.
Getting into plans.
Hey, look, everybody that listened to this, I want to hear everybody's answers to these debate questions.
Yeah.
I want to hear people's opinion if you're into sports on Giannis and Charles and that situation.
Yeah. Let
us know about the lemonade and sweet tea.
Corn dog, hot dog.
Yeah, let us know about all that.
Sunshine or rain. What is your favorite? What's your favorite weather?
And hey, sometime in the future, we're going to have that video. We're going to have the cooking show Or
I thought you meant Charles Barkley. Dude, imagine if that happened, bro.
We're gonna do 2K sim.
Yeah.
We'll do that too. We'll do a 2K sim. We'll see who wins 1-on-1, and we'll let you guys
stream
know.
it.
Yeah, everybody, make sure to follow Cosmic Kickback on Instagram and Twitter.
Sir.
Thank you, Jaden, for being on the episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you're on YouTube.
Follow the Discord.
Follow the Discord in the description below. We got a lot of stuff down there as well.
Have a nice hot dog and sweet tea while you're at it too.
Get a corn dog, some lemonade,
Ooh.
and watch some Charles Barkley highlights.
I don't want to say that.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Goodbye.